All right, and we are back. Jin, you just see this guy recognize the spell as Dimension Door, and he bamps out of there.
Everybody else with me?
Yeah, everyone else catches up with you.
How the fuck we move this boat?
I don't know.
So, if it was a tidal thing, tomorrow morning we'll move it. But obviously, it could be damaged, but it's resting on the other ships. There's a chance that we didn't get much hull damage.
Yeah, what? Lonnie speaks up. Oh, what happened? As he catches up.
What happened to the boat? What did you see?
Lonnie was with you guys. He was running after you. Lonnie was with the captain, and yeah.
Okay.
But Beecham.
Shit. Did he see the captain die?
He did. Yeah. Are you still taking the form of the captain as he catches up?
No, I'll switch back to my human, Jin.
Okay. You go back to your normal form.
Apologize to the crew that I felt you needed something to get you through this.
The fuck kind of joke is that?
It ain't no joke.
What happened to the captain?
He's dead. That beastie you saw ate him up, killed him to death.
Well, let's see. Who was his first mate then? I have this up right here. Mattinson. I guess it falls to you now. Then the first mate steps up. That it does.
Well, falls to what? We don't even got a ship on the water. What are you in command of?
You lot, go back into town. See if you can round up some help for the people.
There's no people, man.
What do you mean? There's no people.
Everyone is dead.
How? What?
Did you not see the beast?
I saw the beast. God damn it!
And so that's you're asking how there's no one in town.
A beast cannot be responsible for the death of however big that town is.
It was a pack of wolves as well that we already fought and killed. Not that it matters. That option's off the table.
I mean, I believe I'm the only one that has the scars to show that beast could be responsible for the death of a town.
We can assure you there's no help to find.
We need to get the boat back on the water and get ourselves out of here.
What's the condition of the boat? Is there hull damage?
I don't know. This happened not but 10, 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, you're a terrible man to leave in charge. Find
out. What do you mean? We're just confused as you. Men, search the boat for any type of hull damage.
Come on now.
What do you mean? You don't think there's hull damage, Kevin?
No, we've got a first mate here who's stuttering over his words, who doesn't want to take.
Oh yeah. I vote.
He just said
emotion, no confidence.
You can't do that.
You know what? You're right. Fine. Everyone else, if you'd come with me, let's take a look at this boat.
That's what they're doing. Like he just said. He said that.
Let's clarify real quick. The most important question to answer right now is who else can play a musical instrument? Because at some point, Daria's going to either need to sleep or otherwise.
Radish speaks up. He's the one with the snare drum. I have this drum, sir. I can play. He's the ship's cabin boy.
Does anyone else play a musical instrument? Anyone play the flute?
Who can sing?
Beecham, Shem, the dwarf, the master gunnery, goes over, says, Beecham, yeah, he's got the voice of a lady. Beecham just punches him. Beecham is the navigator. Beecham just
I'm enjoying the humor right now. I'm just not seeing it. It's good to have a laugh, but we got to get
Yeah.
ourselves off this island.
Matt says,
You can tell we're safe as long as the music plays, friends. We have a bit to figure this out. It's ideal to get some redundancy going on the music playing, though.
anyone else lose Ed?
Yeah.
We must shut off. It looks like he shut off his camera. For a moment.
Have I caught up yet?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Everyone is all together.
Okay, we're all here.
Yeah.
All right.
Daria takes a quick breath off playing the flute for a second. Be like, we also need to get people finding brass. And it start.
Man says like brass. What in the world for?
Radish, play the drums.
Radish
we need
like,
redundancy. Allow Daria a break.
You
I'm
know.
done. I want to start searching some of the
Again?
other ships.
God damn it.
We're good, man. We see you again.
You're good now.
It's just weird. That's
Yeah.
weird. All right.
The other ships that aren't ours, I want to start taking a look through them.
Yeah, it's more the remnants of ships. Like they're broken in half. Some are rotted away. But yeah, you know, there's some.
Actually,
What's the light like?
The light. There is no real light here. So now that you are in here, there is no real sun. The sun was setting earlier, right?
Yeah.
And now it's just complete dark, and there's no stars. Just the eerie fog that's kind of moved in.
Is there like ghost light coming from anything, or is it just pitch black?
I need Ragzar to make a religion check,
Okay.
since he's a paladin of some sort.
With a negative modifier.
Alright. So, Zach, you recognize this. This seems to be the Shadowfell, a parallel plane of the material, just like the Feywild. However, it's a place of death and decay, and you know that a god actually lives on this plane somewhere, the Raven Queen, goddess of death, who shepherds all the spirits to her so they can go to Kelimvor and see the fugue plane and rest in peace.
Oh, that's neat. That's enticing to hunt up.
Yeah. So
any idea where she'd be on this plane?
not like you've got no idea where she would be on this plane. Like,
Alright.
it would definitely take months and a lot of luck to get there. And I will go back to group chat. 1 second.
When day breaks?
All
Or
right.
if day breaks?
So,
Alright, everyone. I think there's a second issue that we might come across. Do you guys recall that pirate ship? The one that we battled and it seemingly disappeared?
So we beat the hell out of them.
Yeah, we beat the hell out of them, but then they kind of just disappeared.
Yeah.
It's possible they're here somewhere. I believe we're in the Shadowfell. It's a parallel plane of the material.
Good
That's
call. Whim.
Yeah, so if
bard.
we're here, there's a good chance they're here, so we may not just have this one enemy to deal with. There might be threats on the water and on land.
Okay.
I'm more concerned about the one on the land.
Here when the sun went down?
What was that?
Did we get to the Shadowfell when the sun went down?
yeah, it seemed to be that way. Something odd definitely happened. And
So
Ragzar, you remember seeing the spirit of York off in the distance as well.
Is this something we can wait out then?
we should.
Is it like how does time work on the Shadowfell? Are we going to wait for the rest of our lives for sunup, or
Wait,
I don't know.
but I know. How much do I know of the Shadowfell?
You know that typically there are ways to get in. It's a twilight realm, right? That exists essentially on the other side of the world. So let's see here. You know that reaching the Shadowfell, typically there's like odd places, like a forest that's continually encased in mist. Sometimes you go in there and you emerge in the Shadowfell. Sometimes a portal opens up and you go through there. The way to get back is always harder than the way in.
Okay. So we probably can't wait this out.
No.
That is
Probably not. It used to
essentially
be
what
active.
you're coming to believe.
We're stuck on this island right now, and from what it seems, and
Well,
So you say the water looks like it's like a mile away
Yeah,
over this
like it looks like the ocean is now further off that way.
do we have any reason to believe that it's tidal versus just this is the way this world is?
You
versus the way...
know that the being a parallel plane, you don't know much really about the Shadowfell itself, except that stories have been brought to you over the years as a place of deep shadows with familiar yet alien landscapes that have twisted from the actual material plane landscape. So what may be a mountain may not be a normal mountain, and what may be a hill may be a tall spire. And oceans shift around. Sea level is raised or lowered.
All
A
right.
whole...
Well,
It could be
so-
something completely...
and it's like this sheet of obsidian between us and the ocean, right?
Exactly.
Like jagged. Does it look like it was waves or?
No, it just looks like twisted bedrock.
Okay.
the creature ran off to the city, right? So presumably there may be something of interest there.
Yes.
I don't know if that's worth marching in for. And then additionally, the ghost of the graveyard attendee is here with us as well, waiting to meet the Raven Queen. So we could always ask him, but I highly doubt he knows anything.
All right.
So I feel our choices.
Less than cooperative as well.
Yeah, he was less than cooperative in life. I'm sure he'll be the same way in death.
Maybe more so. I feel now he has a grudge.
Potentially.
Well, so did you go over and talk to him or no?
No.
All right.
I'm not leaving. I'll have to take one of the drummers. The drummer or whatever. Is the graveyard over there by... Yeah, the graveyard's over there by the grave keeper, huh? There was something I wanted to do with the graveyard, but it was on the material plane, not this one, so...
So the music makes the thing incorporeal, and brass seems to make it ignore us.
Brass may be the only thing that actually... I don't know if ignore us as much as it's afraid of us. And not enough to test the theory on it. I landed some solid blows on it that did nothing.
Uh-huh.
If I hit it with brass, would that actually make an impact? I don't know yet.
What's the heated point for brass? Can we make some weapons from it? Some just, terribly, just quick forged, sharp pieces of metal.
You're talking about starting a whole city here that I'd be afraid of the attention we gather. I mean, I'm not thrilled to be on the Shadowfell.
Well, I don't think we're going to be smelting anything on the ship. We'd have to go find
I have a place in
in
mind.
the city.
I have a place in mind. Plenty of fuel. But it may or may not be what I think it is here. It could just be a fucking hill.
Well, what do you want to do with the crew?
We should protect the ship because as long as there's
Whoa.
then I think we should be good to go. I was yelling at the crew, not you,
Okay.
man.
No.
Well, kind of
I was saying
earlier.
you kind of broke up for me a little bit. for a minute.
Okay. Anyways, that I'm still waiting for. That would indicate whether we could get this boat to that water, and it would actually help us. If there's hull damage, we either create our own boat to leave, or we think about.
I mean, if we're leaving in the Shadowfell, though, we don't even know. I mean, I don't know how you guide. If we got no stars to guide us, I'm nowhere.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. So should we get off the boat and go to the city then?
No, I mean, I say.
I think that's the only path
I
forward.
say until daylight, or at least until dawn, even if it's gray. I mean, I'm tired. Well, I'm tired enough. We've been running. We've been fighting all day. I don't know how. I don't know how we push forward in the dark. I mean, it's got to be close to 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock right now, if not later.
Run across half that damn island. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, it might be beneficial to know if there is going to be a daybreak. So,
All right. So right now, you just feel a strong emotion. You feel uncontrollable anxiety and paranoia. Like you see something moving at the edge of your eyes. All of you do, and you're just kind of, you're biting your fingernails. You're twitching. You're rubbing your hands together when you're talking, and all of you. Since all of you were doing it, it's gone unnoticed, and then you just start looking around and everyone's doing it. Everyone's wringing their hands when they're talking. It just feels eerie. So you imagine that it's nighttime in the Shadowfell.
Okay. So sort of out of game, Matt. Like how are we feeling? Like, are we tired? Are we?
You are tired. You've been up all day. You had a long battle. You had another long battle of wolves, and then the whole creature thing happened.
So I think we should try and get some rest on the ship. We'll take shifts with someone playing music. I think we need to figure out where we are at in the brass situation, if there's enough brass for everyone.
Or, I mean, we now have music, right? And the brass, we could always go find more brass. Mm-hmm. Additionally, and then we'd have to go to the city, which is where the creature went to, obviously, but it doesn't seem to be bothering us here. Also, we could search the ship for brass as well.
Well, I think that's a necessity for sure.
Does anybody on the ship know for sure, like, has the captain ever talked about, like, music and brass before?
No. Like, you ask
That's
around, it's like,
you.
no, that sounds odd to me. It's quite odd. It seems the captain just went very mad at the sight of this creature.
Okay.
Well, he knew its weakness, which is...
Yeah, he knew something about this.
Well, he led us here.
Yeah. And right? Speaking of Tonic, 1 second, me and you, buddy, quick chat. All right. You're flipping through.
Yeah.
And you find a couple mentions, a couple tips where he, from Tassel, where he picked everyone up in the pirate port of the West.
Okay.
He's mentioning some contact that was talking about an island surrounded in mist off to the southwest of Gemstalt. And underneath an arch, there lay a precious treasure. The treasure is not said what it is.
Okay.
Only that underneath a huge natural arch on the island, there will be a treasure. And
did we see any arch?
You haven't really looked. The the landscape is very dark out there now. You can't really make
Right.
much visibility. So, all right, I'll go back to the other crew, other people.
Can't be put into some.
All right. So we're back.
All right. Well, I think first thing we need to do is rest up, and then once we're back to full, then we need to start getting more information, getting more brass. But I think pressing forward in the condition we're in is just asking for problems.
I'm actually going to ask the crew if anyone's got a pair of brass knuckles.
Well, I gave you some brass stuff, by the way.
Okay. Brass knuckles would be fantastic.
That'd be awesome.
Can I get? I'm gonna ask Jin. I'm gonna stay where I am. See if we can round up the other 4, but I don't want the other crew there.
Okay, absolutely. The other crew, all the crew is gone to the ship, except for Radish, who's just banging on a drum. Nothing like melodic, but it's definitely a sound of noise. It's very rhythmic, that you would expect a snare drum to do, but nothing as melodic as the flute playing, but it should serve, and everyone is able to go over there. So you have everyone gathered.
First thing I'm gonna do is give everyone 3 platinum. Just gonna hand them out.
All right.
Cool.
And I'm gonna give probably Ragzire the cutlass.
Is it? What's special about the cutlass? Just the cutlass?
Yeah, it's just a
You might
cutlass.
recognize it. It's just a cutlass.
Ooh.
And I'm sorry. What is Drew? What Drew is
Drew's
a what?
Wrathborn. He's a rogue.
He's a rogue.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll give him the pistol.
All right.
And tell him what I read in the diary. There's a couple mentions of this island of mist just after where he picked us up. The writing doesn't seem to be all that clear. He was looking for an island surrounded by mist that there was the great treasure under an arch. We don't know yet if that's here, but at least it's an objective for us to seek out when it becomes light tomorrow.
And so, the weapons themselves, where did those come from?
They came from the captain's body.
Okay.
They were of no use to him anymore.
Yeah, it's very true.
All right.
So did the coin.
Did he have any ammo with the pistol?
It's loaded, but that's probably all it would have been.
That's all you had. It was
One
loaded.
shot.
Yep.
Oh, good. One shot.
That's enough for me if it comes to
One
it.
shot to the skull is good enough. Oh, cool. So is the cutlass, Matt? Is there anything special, magical
There's
about the
nothing
cutlass?
special about the cutlass.
All right, dang. Okay, worth a shot, right?
Yeah, worth a shot.
And then, can we have a status report from some of the crew now? Is there hull damage, and can they find any brass?
There's certainly some hull damage. Lower hull. When we just came out on top of all this wreckage, it looks to be like this little, he points out to a jagged spire, roughly about 10 feet tall, pierced through the ship.
Yeah, okay.
It's definitely some serious damage, but that's not even the worst part. The worst part is we'd have to have some logs to roll the ship, and we'd have to have 3 or 4 times as much manpower to make it all the way back to the coastline of over there.
Cool. I'm just getting that extra confirmation. The ship is definitely out.
Yes.
Any brass at all?
Oh yeah, You know, brass candle holders in the officers' quarters. Yeah, we got enough brass to go around. No brass knuckles, sorry. This is Shem.
So,
I'd like to trade my doorknob for a candle holder.
Sure. Shem goes, brass is brass, I guess. Here. No,
Alright, I'll
he's
take-
fine.
Oh, no brass knuckles. No one's hiding them. No one's.
No brass knuckles, no.
I'll take the longest piece of brass I can find.
Okay. You find a candle. You have Mattinson comes out with a very long candlestick.
Okay. And then, what else? So, we weren't carrying anything really, right? We were pretty much an empty ship coming to the island to take its treasure out.
You
right?
had some supplies. You had the necessities. This was your first stop ever since you left Tassawa months ago. That's why everyone was like, "Oh, thank God, it's land." That's why we're setting up shop here, because we just want to be on some land.
So,
And to be clear with everyone else, though, we don't know if we have to attack it with brass. Brass seems to scare it away. We killed the wolves here, right? We took them out. They didn't require brass. They didn't
Sure.
kill it. So just that one creature did.
well,
So
the
One
wolves
second,
within the normal world. Right?
Durya,
Uh-huh.
can you make an insight check? Just reflecting back on the battle. You were the only other person that this creature attacked,
Nope.
other than Jin. Okay, something seemed odd to you about the creature when it tried to attack you.
Everything
But
about the creature.
yeah, but it's been such a weird night. Maybe you need to rest.
Okay.
it only attacks those without brass, at least what we've observed so far. And we've taken out the creatures here beside that one. So as long as we got music and as
Are we
long
sure
as
the
we got
wolves-
some brass,
Are we sure the wolves were part of the Shadow Realm?
no, but
It could have
I'm
been.
sure they're not. I mean,
You don't know when did we clearly transition when you described the house turning to slate and stuff like that, Matt?
Yeah, that
Is
seemed to be the point of transition.
Okay. All right, just clarifying. Sounds good. So the wolves were in the old world. So we only have to worry about this creature, and then there's nothing of value on the ship that we should take with us, right? Just supplies like food, and then brass, right? If we were going to do a bare bones hike into the city and leave this ship forever, is there any potions or magical artifacts we're transporting or anything like that?
Yes. One second.
And I'd like to go search the captain's quarters too. All right, who knows what he. Wait, is that what Tonic did? Tonic, you searched everything?
he searched his body, not the
The,
quarters.
the body. Let's go search the quarters too.
Just the corpse, yeah.
Let's check the quarters as well.
Okay.
And I'd love to.
Yeah, there's some nice stuff in the captain's quarters, but it's not money. It's artwork.
Sure.
He's got nice, very fine commission art piece, oil painting, hanging above his bed of the ship breaking through the waves. Very majestic piece. You think that's probably worth around 1,000 gold pieces if you could find a buyer, but it's so massive.
Anything that looks like a map?
Oh yeah, the navigator has maps.
Bircham. Yeah, Bircham would have that.
Beecham.
Beecham, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
Beecham
No,
has.
I mean just in the captain's quarters, like something private of this island.
Oh, okay. You can search. Everyone make an investigation that's doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. Good.
Because I'm basically I won't hide it. I'm looking to get everything we need, and we need to hike out of here. The ship is 100% useless to us now. I just wanted to clarify that it was 100% useless, and after finding out there's a 10-foot spike in it, we ain't going nowhere. And I'm
All
not
right.
even looking for, yeah.
Jin, you find something odd. You find a hidden compartment in a desk.
Go, Jin.
Ooh.
Do you pry it open?
Oh. Can I take a closer look? Now seeing that, want to use the thieves' tools a bit just to
Absolutely.
get around and see if it's trapped.
Yeah.
Florida. I'm looking for a click. I'm looking for a sound.
Yeah. You're just like, is it trapped? It's not trapped, and you're easily able to just click it open, and inside you find that.
Oh.
You also
Inside the bag, I assume, and not the bag.
yes
Unless
yes
a monster spawned. We got a baddie.
It's all right, my bad.
Yep.
You do. As far as you, Ragzire, you find a folding boat.
A folding boat?
Yes, it is a canoe essentially that folds into like a small box like this.
How many people does it fit?
Yeah. It's
Definitely magical, right?
definitely
Comfortably.
magical. Yeah, it could fit 15 medium creatures comfortably, but it is not a seafaring vessel.
Okay. It's a rivers and
It's a river or like shoreline vessel.
okay. I'll take it. It's better. We're back in business, and I'm captain of this.
The only thing is, it needs a command word, and you do not know the command word for it.
Crap.
So
I'm just checking that for trap as well. The small lockbox.
yeah, absolutely. You're the lockbox. No problem. You can open that if you wish.
Yeah.
All right, make a thieves tools. Dexterity.
Yep. I got the proficiency and everything, man.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
not great.
you're unable to. It's just like I can't. You're spending 30 minutes on it, and every time it just rebuffs your efforts. All right.
Give me some time with it.
Yeah.
It's a little more complex than I thought.
So,
but I'll
is everyone
Okay.
going to sleep?
I am.
All right. So Durya is going to sleep.
I'll take first watch. I'll take first watch while I'm working on this
Okay.
lockbox.
Everyone's going to sleep. Reset your spells. My long rest macro doesn't seem to be working anymore for some reason, or maybe it did, and I don't know. So we'll see. Full hit points. So in the first watch there, Kevin, make a perception check if you would. See, perception. All right, you see some weird shit up above you. It looks like a manta ray is just flying up about 100 feet above you, just ignoring you. It's bypassing the boat. Make a not a nature check. Make a history or arcana.
Same thing.
All right. Either one. Ooh,
Oh.
yeah. You don't know. You've got no idea what it is. It looks like a manta ray and just gliding effortlessly
These planes.
around. Yeah, first watch is done. Who was on second watch?
We'll say I was.
All right. Durya.
I'll let him know about the raid that I saw.
All right.
It was just one.
Just one at that moment, yeah.
Just let him know. It didn't seem hostile to us. Didn't seem to attack us. But just as a heads up,
Yeah. What's up, Durya?
That's what I needed.
Make a perception check if you would, Durya.
Sure thing. Perception.
All right. An hour goes by, 2 hours go by, and all of a sudden, you see a light that shouldn't be seen. What I mean by that is it's so far off in the distance that in the material world you wouldn't even be able to see that. But on this world, light seems to shine not brighter, just more clearly, as if you can see a source of light far beyond of what you could on the material plane.
Okay.
And it's a bluish light, and it's just kind of wandering your way slowly over the next hour. And as it gets about 500 or so feet away, you recognize this. It's an old man.
Is this the gravedigger?
Yes, it looks like the gravedigger. And he's just searching around, and he continues to walk around the shoreline, stroking his chin, and then he sees you on watch. And he goes up to you. And he
Hello there.
Hello there.
You want headphones off, Matt?
No, this is fine. It's fine. Hello there. It seems you've managed to last a little longer than I thought. It appears I am dead.
Yeah.
Seem pretty unfazed by it.
I
Sorry about that.
I feel the call inside to the Raven Queen, but I dare not go. Because I know my soul would eventually end up in the fugue plane, and I would be no longer.
So you're just gonna hang around then?
Well, yes, I am your curse, your burden.
I didn't have anything to do with this, buddy.
No, what inside? He belongs to your party, does he not?
We're associated.
Ah,
Loosely.
well. Listen, you will not be able to get to the material plane by just waiting for daylight.
Yeah, I kind of figured as much. So, what do you know? Like, how did this place end up like this? How could we get out of here?
A foolish wizard! Dabbled in forces he dare not. And should not have dabbled. And now...
Dabbler, got it.
And now this has happened. Make an insight check, please.
All right.
Something seems off about his story. Not so much that he's lying, but he might be leaving something out.
So, foolish wizard.
Yes! Very!
Dabbler. Dabbled.
He dabbled!
And,
Shouldn't do that!
this, foolish wizard, what do we know about him?
No! He is no longer in these parts.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, it's a shame. But I know his lair and where it is after a fashion. Or at least I did.
And
in the
his
material.
lair. Is that how we get out of here?
It may be.
Well,
It depends.
what does it depend on?
Your cooperation.
My cooperation?
Yes, all of you. Even that dragon. Cursed it foul beast.
Alright, well, I think name calling's not going to get us anywhere.
It seems he's a little more talkative in death than he was in life, so I just would
Yes.
like to say you're welcome.
Go back to sleep.
No.
What happens if we try again?
Yeah.
Okay, so it depends on our cooperation. So what do you need from me? Us.
Well, I need you to find the actual location of the secret entrance. And after that, I can tell you all I can about this wizard's tower, as much as I dare say, for I know not much.
So it's a tower.
Underground tower. It's more like a bunker. I guess is the proper word.
The
Okay.
Tonker.
A tonker.
And you know all about it, except where it is.
Yes. Make an insight
Thank God
check.
there's no evil beast trying to chase us.
All right. And if we find the entrance and you tell us about it, maybe that gets us back to the material.
Oh, it will. Yes.
Okay.
You
So,
see there.
simply-
Oh. What?
Assuming we find it, how will we contact you?
I will always
Hanging
be
around?
here with you.
That's not okay. I'm a very private person. I need my
I'm
space.
sorry, but there is no way around it.
Can you maybe just haunt the dragon?
What?
I will go in there now and see if I can rouse his curiosity.
Okay.
All right, and he
Wait,
just
Got a couple
goes.
more hours to watch. So.
Yeah, goes into the ship, and he just passes right through it. He seems to be incorporeal, and the Rygzire, you wake up, and you feel a cold presence, and the old man is staring right at you, like six inches away from your face.
I figured you'd show up.
Yes, you foul beast! I will not
Those
go
are-
to your god.
I mean, I'm sorry, friend, you're halfway there. It's just a matter of time before the Raven Queen finds you.
Ha!
Why resist? Enjoy oblivion. I'm having like a quiet-ish conversation.
Yeah.
If the ghost woke me up and not everyone else, then I'll just do this. But
It's like, so. So.
don't fight it. I mean, you know, you have my permission to fight it just as long as you're helpful to us.
I will do as I see fit. But I am by your side until your party finds the way out.
Okay. That sounds fine.
We need to bring this portal to a close. There are still some in the city that are pink, and their blood runs warm.
Interesting.
From the
So-
material plane, these humans still
Yeah,
dwell
why-
here.
So there's humans here.
In the town, well, whatever town that is at the shadow plane.
So I understand. You were rather unhelpful before. You said they were all dead, but now you're saying that there's people in town.
They're dead after a fashion, god damn it.
So they're here only. They're not in the material plane.
Yes.
So there's other people we can go talk with. Are they?
Oh, there's
of your-
many creatures you can talk with. The
Are they-
Shadowfell is not such an unfriendly place as that.
Are they the same form as you? Spirits caught
Oh,
between the
so
worlds?
sure, there are some. More dangerous. If I were to show you my corporeal form right now, you might age into death. I am doing this of a favor to you.
I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, no, you know what? I kind of would like that because then I could fucking smite him again. But all that was in my head. So, anyways, yeah. So there's humans in the town. All right. What do you get out of this?
Lift the curse and I can go to the Raven Queen. lift the portal?
The way this world works is the Raven Queen will find you either way. Are you attempting to expedite the process?
I feel I will become something eventually that I wish not to be if this quest is not fulfilled. These people, their blood, it is partially...
Is there
He
anything
tur-
else about
He
the
turns
material
silent.
plane? Is there anything else about the material plane version of this island that we should be concerned with?
No. Material plane is gone now for you.
I mean, it certainly is not. Insight, is he lying, or is he...
You think he's telling mostly truth. You found it odd that he quit talking about the blood of the people. Like whose fault it was. And enough. Sleep again. We shall talk to the party in the morning. But know this.
One last question. Oh, no, what? Sorry.
If this is not fulfilled, and you leave this place still in the Shadowfell, I will haunt you until the end of your days.
Friend, I'm sure I'm haunted by worse than you, but I will say one last question. Are the graves here?
No, they were in the material, and they are not reflected in the Shadowfell as of yet. It takes many years for the change in Earth to be reflected in this Shadowfell. He seems to be oddly knowledgeable about the Shadowfell.
Yeah.
That strikes you as a curiosity.
Well, I can't unfortunately threaten him much more anymore.
Yeah,
Let's see here. All those that died, was it that creature that we fought? The incorporeal creature?
Possibly. I'm sure he's had... I do not know.
What did the bodies look like?
Possibly is not an answer.
I
knew
don't
it was
know.
possible before you spoke up.
What do you mean you didn't know?
What happened was... Listen, I had a cabin farther away on the material plane than this dock. The portal only reaches out 5 miles. I was outside of that range every night. I would leave the grave digging and go to my hut, and you have stopped that process, and now I am here in the Shadowfell, but in a form I wish I was not in.
I'll help you out.
We totally could have followed this guy outside of the range of this thing.
He was not helpful, dude. He was not wanting to chat at all. He was like, "This is a different character in death than he was in life, guaranteed."
Yeah.
He didn't want to answer shit.
He
was
would have
not helpful
eventually
at all.
answered something. He didn't believe in
You
you.
killed him before he could.
You're right. He is answering. He's being very helpful right now. It's incredible. I mean, it worked out just perfectly. But you saw the bodies, buried them. What were the condition of the bodies?
No, I did not actually bury them. Not all. Some would be transported to the Shadowfell, and I would just make a symbolic grave
Of
where I
those that you
knew that
physically
they were
buried.
dead.
Of those that you physically buried, what was the condition of the bodies?
Well, I believe the wolves got to them. Slashed, throats ripped out, parts of their body missing. But the wolves' den was further away from the portal as well. They only came to the town when new adventurers or pirates came to see what the town was about.
Understandable. Do you know if the Thrusk Temple is here in this world?
I do not think so. But for now, we must sleep, or you should sleep, and I will think on what to say to your friends in the morning. Farewell. And he fades away. And the rest of the watches go. Everyone wakes up.
Ryexire is not bothered at all by this.
Okay, but
Just like it's any other day.
there is light now, but it seems like a heavy overcast day. One that might not bother, say, vampires or anything that is light sensitive. It is dimly lit enough for that to happen. And you feel the sense of depression instead of anxiety right now.
Well, I guess that's theoretically better.
I'd rather feel sad than anxious, right? I mean,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
tossed and turned. Okay.
All right, so we ready to do this?
Yeah, what do you guys do?
set out. We can go back to the town. We've all got brass on us. We'll all take some brass. I'll grab something. But I assume all of us grab some type of brass and let's make our way back to the town.
Okay, you make your way back to the town. So the ghost appears next to Ryexire all of a sudden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Rathborn and Tonic and Jin have not seen this ghost before, but you recognize it as the ghost of that old man digging the graves.
Can we recognize it as a ghost, or we just see the person there?
You recognize it as a ghost. He's very see-through-ish.
Holy shit! How did he die?
Boren, your friend murdered me in cold blood.
Okay.
It wasn't. It wasn't as bad as that. That makes it sound not good. It was more of a soul releasing. Obviously, his Mortisoff was much more upset and distraught than the free being you see before you.
You just killed him outright?
He was rather unhelpful. He actually was allowing us to die. It was quite straightforward. Inaction is equivalent to malice. It all balances out in the scales of Kellenborg. He has a message to deliver for me as well, but he obviously hasn't made it.
I will not deliver said message.
I'm sorry.
I was a gentle old man, and you killed me in your own
You are-
grave.
You are an unhelpful, deceptive,
No. No such
practically
thing.
evil man.
Hey,
I-
can we maybe not antagonize the only guy who knows? Get out of here.
Fair point.
I mean, I'm just writing the misconceptions. That's all.
Misconception. You told me to get in the grave and deliver a message for you. And then you
tell you
swung
to get
out
in
with
the
your
grave.
sword and
I didn't
cut
tell you to get
my head off.
told you to deliver a message.
How do we get back?
Let's go through the portal.
Where?
Yes.
It's in the city, off towards where that monster ran to. By the way, we're not alone. The town in the material plane may have been abandoned, but this town is quite occupied.
Yes.
Okay.
So it is.
They're going to look a lot like our friend here, or
Some
be,
might.
you know, yeah, I was going to say, or worse.
Okay.
He looks rather good considering.
Yeah, he looks okay.
I mean, he could be, at least it's not like he has to be the headless horseman here. It's not like he has to walk around with his own head,
true.
right? He's back to himself. He's
All
more
right.
pure than he was before.
So you guys, anything you want to ask of him? Wish to ask?
I want to get out, and
Okay.
I want to ask him if he at least knows sort of like a starting point to start looking for the.
Oh yes, 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 yes. I know many things. You wish to go to, where is it? 1 second. I have it right here. I swear. What did I? One. Where is it? Where is it? I have his name somewhere. His name is. God damn it! What is his name?
Ed, did we lose you?
Yeah, I think we might have.
His name is Yorkin?
No, his name is not York.
What is it?
I'm
Oh,
trying
it's-
to find
oh,
it.
yeah.
I'm trying to find it.
What are you talking about? They're not the ghost that's with us, right?
No, he's saying I know something where you might start. And he's searching for a name.